now. Yeah, let's make the announcement. So next week, I kind of hit a poll, and to serve people better, we're gonna do just push it back 1 hour. How does that work for you, Anna? Is that I think okay? It's gonna be 10 a.m. On the east, so I think that's gonna serve everybody a little bit better. We can get more of the really distant people into class, like Leah and some of the Australian crowd, and I think that works better for somebody out in the West too. So cool. Thanks for joining, everybody, and thanks for letting me share that news. This is Mace Revival. Welcome. Yeah, I feel like a bag of smashed assholes today, but we'll get through this together. I want to really I've been excited to teach this. I needed to put it together though first, and now I have. So it's in its infancy. However, today we're going to do a fun exploration on what I believe is the most pun intended, utilized grip there is, under grip. All right, so we're going to do some under grip today and really have fun and explore and open that and connect it to some of the work we've been doing a couple weeks back. Okay, Anna and I especially got into that. Julia, you were doing the wrist roll sword, so I don't want to give too much away. Thanks for joining on YouTube, everybody. Appreciate it. We're going to do a little Mason hands hybrid mobility today. All right. But before we do, as is custom, every once in a while in Mace Revival, I'm going to share just a little passage out of a book. And this book happens to be the Holy Bible. All right. And this passage is a little life wisdom on friends. You can find it in the Old Testament, in the book of Ecclesiastes. And it's titled The Value of a Friend, chapter 4, verse 9. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up the other. But woe to one who is alone and falls and does not have another to help. Again, if 2 lie together, they keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? And though one might prevail against another, 2 will withstand 1. A threefold cord is not quickly broken. There's 3 people in class today, and that's a special thing. Yeah, and so a little coach's challenge from me to you too. Go out this week. I know a little bit about both of you personally. Go out this week and maybe connect with a long-lost friend or somebody you haven't spoken to for a while, and lessen some of the burden I sometimes carry heavily, because I can be quite a hermit. So it's always nice to have friends in this world, and I appreciate you two being here. Thanks. Yeah, it really means a lot to get to meet with my friends on Saturday morning, so I really appreciate it. All right, dude, let's do it. Let's grab our mace and grab our standing structure, and I'm going to go ahead and cue that up. You guys can check out my cool new taped mace. See the teaching revolutionaries, Jeffrey Oakes and Steel Mace Mads. They have inspired me to tape my mace as well. All right. So we might need this a little bit today, but yeah, I taped the mace right here at the globe, at the very top of the upper knurling, mid grip, and the cap. All right. So today, let's. I want to challenge you two with setting your standing structure in, and then trying to go through mobility as much as you can in under grip. All right. So that way we're already getting a little familiar with it right there. All right. So let's tune the structure up. We got those feet straight forward. All right. The knees are soft, meaning we got a micro bend in those knees, and the hips are underneath us. Okay. You can activate that by squeezing the glutes. We're reaching tall through the crown of the head, getting nice and tall, and we're crunching and packing that center line and just really firming that up, and then rolling those shoulders down and back. Nice. And let's just kick it off with some lateral sits, y'all. Working that into an under grip, and we're trying to keep our spine nice and tall. Let that hip sit outward. Nice. And you can hit 3, you can hit 4, you can hit 5, whatever you want, and then transition that mace to the other side. You guys are going to notice something cool already, I think. I'll let you go through one more side and see. Who's switch curling their mace? Yeah, exactly, right? But the fun thing is like we're in under, right? But if you travel to the end of the tail and just loop it, you can switch it. And that's cool. It's the under switch. Exactly, right? Nice. And those of you on YouTube, if you vary the angle, you'll get more mobility and extra area. So you can stick to some hard 90s or take it back at a deeper angle. The whole while maintaining a strict and straight spine, the micro bend in those knees. Let's hit this for another 30 seconds. And as far as the mace in the upper half, I'm trying to hold this, not with a whole lot of tension, but just enough to keep that line really rigid in landmark 2. And that's right somewhere with those elbows at 90s, tucked into the body. Good work, y'all. All right, hit that cool little over the end cap, switch back into heart center. And we're going to get into a little forward and back on this low spine. All right, so I'm going to go on the profile here. And all we're going to do is keeping that spine nice and tall, that heart into the globe. We're going to creep the mace forward 5-6 inches. And we're going to start getting those low spines rocking free of the mid spine. Try to get tall. Work Hannah. If you guys are feeling loose, you can start to vary the angle here. Try to stay short within your base. Okay. If you still need some forward and back movement, keep it up. I'm going to hit this for another 30 seconds. If it's hard to activate that, we can push one knee forward and pull the other one tall, and then do the other side. Push forward, and we're still trying to get tall through the rest of the spine. There's you. And then we can roll it. That's salsa. Nice. Good work, y'all. And get that glute right back underneath you, those glutes back underneath you, and we're back in our standing structure, and then we can manipulate this mace again from a position of strength through the spine, all right? So guts come on out of there, and we're gonna go into an under again in landmark 2, all right? What we're gonna do here is I wanna get a little transition fun in before we move on to stretching the spine out in the mid spine. So let's just push this globe to the rear, and let's work on that over the end cap, come into wherever you'd like, and then we're going to hit the switch and slide it over the end cap again. Reapply anti-rotation and glide through your landmarks from landmark 2 rotated to the front, and then landmark 2 rotated on the other side. Strong hip, strong glutes. You can either crush the mace, moving one hand into the other, or grip your mace. Good job, y'all. 10 more seconds. job, y'all. All right, moving it back into the center now. Doesn't really matter what side, we're going to do both. Okay, give yourself a little room, so I might creep out to almost midway between those two end tapes. All right, just giving my spine a little room to move, and we have those feet straight forward, the knees are soft, those hips are back underneath us, and we're just going to move the mid spine left and right, keeping that mace nice and stable. Yep. You can start slow and small, get that relationship going, and then, oh yeah, challenge yourself if you feel good. A lot of anti-rotation between the feet. Man, that's an incredible mid spine. Yeah, you both got awesome mobility there. Yes, those heating pads, team heating pad. I hear you. Yep. Right? That's it. Oh, for those of you, we just switched our mace to the other side, and we're gliding through this just for our symmetry's sake on the other side. Good work, y'all. And let's bring that glow back into heart center, okay, through that under prayer switch. I'm just going to adjust this camera real quick. There we are. That's going to be better. Cool. All right, so now we're going to get into some forward and backward movement again, as per the course here. So lock that structure up, feet straight forward, the knees are soft. We got those hips underneath us. We're tall to the crown again. We're really pushing that globe into our heart, okay, with that big rounded shoulders to the back. And we're going to breathe in through our belly, reaching into our chest and squeezing it into our head. Pushing, and then keeping those glutes fired up and rounding the mid and upper spine, moving that base forward and back in. Forward and backward. You don't have to stick with us. 8 more. Find your flow. Challenge your breath. Good work. I am halfway there. Enjoy these breaths. Waking that body up. 3 more breaths, as big as you can go. Got 1 to go. Here we go. Breathe in. Let your structure come tall as you recover. Come out of there and shake it out. Tune in. Oh. Good job, yeah. That's fun. Oh, nice. Grab that mace. Let's get into our C-spine. All right. So what we're going to do first is just move our neck around in some subtle movement with our mace and learn how to do that. All right. So let's bring this back to prayer hands, heart center. Okay. And I want us right in that standing structure, so that feet straight forward, right underneath your shoulder width distance. You got your soft knees. The glutes are fired up. You're tall through the crown. And that means it's the crown of the head. That means that chin is back, and we can roll those shoulders back. And I like it because the mace just kind of holds that there the way it is. So let's just lower our prayer hands just a little bit. And that's just going to, so we can traverse our head around upstairs. So let's keep that center line, that structure strong. And just moving from the crown of the head. Guide that neck through some forward and backwards head tilts. You can lean it to the side from a neutral position. Elongate those traps a little. Wherever we go, we're going very mindfully. We're bringing our breath along. Let's stay 20 more seconds in this space. Wherever you need. Good work, y'all. As you get done, let's just glide our mace to the floor. We're gonna use this fun little. This is like a game, pretty much to me. I love it. When I first saw Leo do this, it was pretty cool seeing that you combine the mace with hip mobility, and that's what we're gonna do. All right, so just getting used to guiding this mace around a little softer. I like that about this portion of the mobility. Where I have it, I know the camera on YouTube is a little high. The globe is somewhere right midline between my toes, bisecting me. And it's about wherever's comfortable for you right off the front. You might need to, if your hips are tight, you might need to push them a little farther forward. All right, and we're just gonna have, let's start with our dominant hand on the cap. Our standing structure is the same, we just have our feet a little wider. All right, tune that up. And what we're gonna do here is reach across with our leg into a soft step, little pointy toes. See those pointy toes right there? All right, so we're there, and we're going to be reaching this up over our mace and guiding along, changing our hands and setting that back down and putting that post in. All right, and then we're going to do the other side. And feel free to manipulate your mace with a straight spine as much as you need. You can bend your spine if you want to bend your spine. Have a reason. There we go. That's a cue. That's a beautiful high pull, Anna. Wow. We're going to go and just play with this for another minute, okay? So no rush. Have fun with your mace. That's what this is about. And opening your hips. And your balance. We're still keeping our knees soft. On the side that's posted, we have our glute engaged. We're taking lots of tension through the core. I like all the interesting angles you can get into in this drill. It's fun. 20 seconds, y'all. All right, last hip circle as you come out of there. All right, good job, y'all. This is hybrid mace and hands mobility because now we're going to set our mace safely to the side wherever you want that at. All right. I like to do knees and just take some time dedicated to my knees. Keeps my knees young and healthy. And then we're going to do some elbow drivey things and open up our wrists. Okay, so let's start off with these knee rockers. And what we're going to do is with those feet straight forward and in our strong standing structure, we're going to keep that spine nice and solid, and we're going to hit a hinge. Okay, we're not going to go too deep in the hinge, wherever you need. to get real center of balance right between your feet. We're going to push forward into the toes and knees and then back through the heels. And that straightens the legs a bit there. And wherever I go, my spine is straight, forward and back. Let's hit this for another 30 seconds. These drills can really be challenging. So, I always mention like start slow and start small. We often know where we have problems, and some mornings that surprises us. So just open it up, and then once you feel confident, once you start to feel like you're warming up, and that fire's coming in, you can push those boundaries. Good work, y'all. And if you need to rehinge, you can rehinge. If you just want to set it and forget it, here we go. We're just going to go inside, outside on these edges of the feet, keeping those knees and feet tracking forward, pointed forward, inside, outside, waking those feet up. Nice. Good work, y'all. All right, if you can, let's do some circles. All you got to do is a few each way, 3, 4, one side, and then you can switch directions. Nice. Using the outside edges of those feet. Very nice. Good work, y'all. You can come on out of there with a strong hinge. Shake it out. Whew. Get those feet and hips moving around a little bit. Good work. All right. Let's get into some elbow drivers. We're not going to kill it. We're not doing swings today. One of the few days we're not doing swings. But let's do like a minute plus. Hold that standing structure strong. Let's cue the hips in on this. All right. Let's try to keep you can go with the thoracic. The thoracic can rotate purposefully, but we want those hips strong, okay, and the hips forward. All right. And we're going to reach behind our head and drive that elbow across. And then we're going to, I like to touch in here, a little cue on that midline that says, Adam, squeeze your stomach, squeeze your score. Rip that floor apart. Keep that spine nice and tall as you maintain that strong center. Any speed you'd like. This is a nice drill because you can vary the intensity through the elbow. You can vary the speed. You can work some kind of like 10 and 2 efficiency steps. Keep going. Good job, y'all, on time. Yes! Mobility, check. There we go. We're checking boxes. Good work, y'all. Awesome. Move your wrists around if you want to paint the fence. You can move that through, wiggle them around, whatever your process is. All right, take a minute, grab some water. I'm going to fix the YouTube cam. I'm just going to put it a little lower. And then we're going to start. Okay, we're going to start with a little nurturing our creativity from the ground up. Okay, that means we're starting in landmarks, in under. Here we go. So. Ooh, that's way better. Come on, yeah. 80-pound ball. Let's go. There we go. Strong monkey move. Yeah. I'm glad somebody got that. Dang. That is hilarious. Yep. The newest age fitness equipment. Right. All right, y'all. So true. Anna, we're gonna get into some landmarks now. So let's grab our under grip on that mace, and this is gonna be like a self. I know you two know what you're doing with the landmarks. This is gonna be a self exploration. Just coach's request here. Try to challenge your anti-rotation after you've warmed up a bit, okay, a little bit, and switch anti-rotations a lot, okay? Let's try to discover some things in this under grip and also find limitations, okay? That is the challenge. We're going to do this for 4 minutes. Heat it up a little bit. Before we do, let's cue that structure up. Feet straight forward. Knees are soft. Hips are underneath us. And we're tall in the spine. Okay, really squeezing through that core and midline. I'm going to cue the landmarks up, okay? So starting from the bottom in this just nice A-frame, that's a landmark 1, all right, in the front. And that can be experienced on the side. Yep, globe to the rear. And to the side. Globe to the rear. Or globe to the front. All right, and if we pull that up, we're in landmark 2. Sound effects and everything. All right, and in landmark 2 is a real commonplace, all right? If we push those elbows forward, and now our forearms are vertical-ish, we're really close communicating with this mace. All right, we're nice and strong there. That is landmark 3. And landmark 3, landmark 2, they all exist on the side as well. There we go. Nice. And all the way to the top, going up. Ding! That's landmark 4. Okay. And you notice you could have crushed up, you could have pulled up, or you could have pulled down. All right. So we can apply ripping tension through there, trying to move this hand away from the other as we go through there. And you'll notice certain muscle activations. Or we could crush it, trying to make one hand go to the other. Nice. For Anna and Julia, I want you to consider what you would go to out of here, wherever you move to. And if you have anything in the wheelhouse there, because we're going to definitely be linking under to a lot of our commonalities we often use. You guys can switch whenever you want as well. When you go into landmark 4, really extend over the head, we want to ensure that we're really crushing down with the rib cage through the front and into the hips, activating that front center line. Keep those spines safe. I'm liking some of these landmark 1E. This is nice. I want to see something. Good work, y'all. 48 seconds. Oh. Try to find somewhere that's unexplored. Your muscles will be the guide if you're tight somewhere. Curls. Nice. I like that connection, Anna. Time. Good job, everyone. Shake those hands out. Shake those arms out. It heats up a little bit, right? Good work. Good work. I'm just gonna change a little. There we go. All right. Let me ask you two. I say under is probably one of the most underutilized, or a lot of people go to it and stay and explore there. In your own work, like Anna, let's go to you. Under, how much do you use it? Is that your experience? And
rare, yeah, it's rare.
Yeah.
I mean, for both hands to be under, yeah, it's rare. It's rare. It's a good challenge. I've been really excited about what would be able to come out of that. But yeah, I almost hardly ever will keep that tail hand under as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one or the other, I guess. So, but using them both at the same time, almost never.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate.
I know, right? So Anna, what
the hell was I thinking?
All right, I know. Wow, there's so little time. There's so little time. So what, in your experience, Anna? What's your preferred, or not preferred? What grip do you find yourself in the most common, and/or your students?
That's probably most often is going to be probably our standard over, sorry.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Okay. Julia, what about you?
Most likely.
What is do you often experience under or?
No, I mean, it's definitely, I would agree. I wouldn't have even really thought about it until you said it.
Okay.
But I have explored some offset stuff with under.
Cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, that's about it. Or trying to explore that whole, like when it goes around the back.
Yes.
Start.
Yeah.
And then going around the back. That's something I was just looking into recently because I've never. That was one of the things I was most like, not disappointed, but I was like hoping was going to be in the level 2 stuff, a little bit more breakdown of that move specifically, but but it wasn't. But yeah, I mean that's basically all for under. I mean, I wouldn't even thought about it unless you said it.
Right on, man. Well, my intention with this class is hopefully, I hope by the end of today, right at the end of this class, you see how familiar we actually are with it. I think we're going to see a lot of commonalities in there, and how it's really how to get from this under, like it's like the under true grip to all the stuff we love. And I think there's some shortcuts. Okay, so we're going to show those. So let's grab our mace, y'all. Thanks for sharing that, you two. That's good stuff. Because I always say some of this stuff. It's super subjective, because there's probably somebody out there saying like, "Come on, bro. Like I'm in under 98% of the time." And it's like, well, all right, man. Like I want to see. All right, so let's grab our mace, and I just want to go through, and we're gonna glide through some things. All right, this is let's put a time stamp to this, just for fun's sake. This is gonna be a 5-minute set. All right, just grab your standing structure, lock it up, and we're gonna start an under grip, and let's start in landmark 2. All right, and from landmark 2, we're going to just explore a few commonalities here and some routes to some fun moves and fun locations we all know and love. All right. If you don't know a move or if it's foreign to you, just try to experience it. No big deal. Maybe save it and ask me a question later. So if we just take one hand off the mace, the cap end, we can push this through our landmarks in a sword grip and be right at where we would go with a bottoms up side, okay? And this is a Shaolin entrance. If we pack that lat and come up into a strong Shaolin, okay, we're right there, okay? And all we did was come through there. We're in our under grip and pull it back through our landmarks to under. And so if you notice, we have a commonality with really anything that's an under over. We can kind of get there with a slight modification, it seems, all right? So we can push that across, keeping that elbow and upper arm tight to the body, a lot of activation, pulling it into Shaolin. Nice. All right, let's find some more. So if you all noticed, just with moving that one arm through, this is level 2 in the Steel Mace Flow course, we can go into all sort of punches and blocks, right? And we can pull back into mid guard. We can really, anytime we have, that's in sword down, okay? Anytime we have a sword down, we can pull that back and end in some sort of a landmark and under. So if we were in like an under landmark 3, just start punching that, cross block, we'll rotate the body, back block, right? Moving it on the transverse now, and we're right back home. Good. Let's do the other side. I like that. There's some height there, and that's fun. All right, getting that to fly through there. That's. I don't like that. Nice. Good work. All right, what else do we have here? All right, check it out. How many times do we have to switch this hand? Right, Anna? How many times do we have to switch this hand to come into a hangman? But now we're right there.
Right, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's a pretty dynamic move, and it's immediately available when we're in our under grip. Okay. You're gonna want that arm close to the structure. Okay, so you can get good mechanics on that hangman. So that might be the only modification. A lot of anti-rotation through that mace. Okay, good work. So yeah, hangman's right around the corner. Okay, really anything in sword down, we went over that. Okay, but I want to go over something kind of wild. All right, I'm going to move this in a transverse motion. Do you see that? Moving this globe in towards my center closer, and I'm going to move this tail out with that transverse. Yeah, and we can come into all sorts of back switching positions. You see? Yes, Anna, I love that. Yes. Yeah, right there, Julio. Excellent. And right there, it's nice. You can use your lat. Okay, keep it packed, and if your shoulder needs more room, you can rotate the thoracic to give it that. Okay, and then bring it back to plane, and you can bring the tail down, similar to a bottom punch, right? And moving it through. I gotta give my legs room, or I'm sorry, my center room a lot, and then we're just moving that through. Yeah. Cool. So sword swings are right there. Okay. We'll sword swing with back switch. Cool. 10 seconds. Explore. Actually, let's take a. I want to take a whole another minute. Take that under grip and move it through some positions. I'm gonna check you two out. I'm gonna move through some fun stuff myself and explore. I want to see if you can find anything else, or get familiar with something you just found there. I love that, Anna. Really good connection on that mace. It's absolutely beautiful watching that guide hand. There's a lot, if you guys will notice, right? we've been using the guide hand principle a lot, haven't we? Because even me, I'm a little unfamiliar with a lot of this stuff in this position, so it's nice to remain connected to that mace, and then we can find other things from that connection, right? Because I just hit that bottom swing because I noticed I don't have to slide all the way to the end, do I? I can slide somewhere mid fulcrum and just have a nice little communication with over. Nice. I like this here. If you don't know, now you know. Nice. 20 seconds, y'all. Time. All right. Good job, y'all. Shake that out. Let's chat about it. Did anybody find the connection with Sword Cradle? Yeah, Sword Cradle. Cool.
Yeah.
Did anyone find anything that was wild they didn't expect?
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you find, Anna? Can you share?
I found a lot of doorways that I want to look into.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't spent enough time with this yet, but I was like, oh wait, hold on now. There's something. I love the Haven, so there's something
Sure.
here
Yes.
Woo! That you catch under and then.
Oh, okay. Dang,
It's just.
that's really nice.
But then you were talking about, having that sword from in the back. And
That's
this
right.
is a position that I don't explore very often.
Sure.
I think that I really like the look of it. And I think maybe Julio was mentioning, maybe I don't know if this is what you were referring to, there's a lot of work back here
Yes.
that I feel also is underexplored.
Oh,
Like, this,
yes.
especially if I bring anything in, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. I feel like I could do a whole lot of stuff here.
You right?
So,
Dude, there is some wild stuff in there. I mean, right? Like,
right, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, I've never even explored any of that. So I feel like I just got into the gates of Cedar
Yes.
Point.
Yeah.
I just walked in, and I'm like, boom.
That's it. It's a beautiful area to be in, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. I like this landmark one in the back as well. I need to explore this a little bit more. I know
Yeah.
I like to wrap the body with it. I do like that.
Yeah.
In those little spirals.
Yeah, I do too. And making sure that this hand is always still, because I know this one is underneath, it's probably going to stay.
Yep.
And I'd like to play with touching it. And then if I'm here, I can come around. And even if I was going to switch it over, I could come right back into it.
Yes. Yep. It's a nice self-feeding system, the under, I think.
It is, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It is nice. I think there's implications there that for some reason it seems more beneficial than others. I don't know why. I have to actually explore that. I don't know. It's maybe because we like to catch underhanded. We do like to catch underhanded, right?
Right. Yes. And I also feel like the mace is so often, it's front loaded so often.
Got you. Yes.
So much work we do.
Yes.
Even if we're on the side, we're still holding the mace in front of us. And me, I'm thinking, how can I add into my mace practice more work for my back, especially to protect my shoulders, so my back
Yeah.
down. So it's like, if I'm working behind me, well, what else can we do behind us? Because there's a whole lot, why can't I explore everything but in the back that I can do in the front?
Yeah.
So
that makes complete sense too. I mean, we're so that whole front loaded thing. You're right. That's wild.
And that's why we have all got really, really strong, and for me gaining weight. Like my front delts, are really, really strong.
Yeah.
My rear delts are a little bit on the weaker side because I try to do as much accessory work to solve that problem, but Mace is what I handle the most. So it's like if I'm not doing it when I'm doing Mace 2, then definitely they're all a lag.
Well, thanks for sharing that, Aaron. That was like you just opened my mind up to a few things right there with just the things that you said. So yeah, like I said, this is still in its infancy. Just linking this with a lot of the stuff we do or I do, and I've seen some of you do. So, yep, it's a lot of exploration to have in here. So I really want to challenge you guys with that. Explore, and I know you do all the time after class, Anna. So cool. Let's. I hope to blow your mind now, Anna. Hopefully, maybe you're already aware of this, but we just studied this a couple weeks ago. So everyone, grab your standing structure. Okay. I'm actually not going to start the timer until I want you all to experiment through here. Okay, so you get all the time. From that standing structure, we're still in that under grip. Okay. Yeah, let's just grab it all the way in at the end of the cap. All right. So use your whole mace. Have even windows. Okay. And from there, I want you to think like those blocks and punches we were doing with the dominant hand on the mace. Okay, and punch it across. But somewhere around the center line, we're going to start controlling it with our non-dominant hand. And we're pushing the index and pointer finger along the mace, and we're opening those tendons into a sword grip, and we're starting a wrist roll, sword. Okay, so that's right there. And we can pull out into under. Okay, so here. Keeping the elbow close to the body line, trying to articulate those wrists, pulling out into any under landmark. Nice, and you can switch. Okay, it's fun. It's a fun drill to see where you would take over with that grip. And then what kind of levers you could use. And we can bring steps along. I love the cross back and front step because with this, the knees stay pretty tall. You can stay in a cross front or back tall and move that through and run into a little less collision problems, okay? So what I want out of this next 5 minutes, okay, is we're all going to grab our standing structure and explore that fun sequence. Okay, I'm going to crush some music and have fun with this, all right? Under into a wrist roll sword, all right? And just have fun with the fluidity of this drill. If you're just getting used to it, experience it in your standing structure first. And as you open that up, challenge it with some steps. 1 forward lunge, some lateral lunges, maybe some cross back steps. All right, here we go, y'all. 5 minutes. And any questions at all, hit me up. Actually, yeah, let's experience it first, and then we'll talk later. Here we go. work, y'all. 3 minutes. Have fun. Love some of the creativity I see already. Oh, I got one of my other favorite bass artists and people in the world coming in. Rich. Welcome, Rich. I don't know if you can hear me yet, brother, but we're getting into some under exploration. One of these fun little wrist roll swords. That's beautiful, dude. I didn't expect to taste it, brother. Love that. 30 seconds, y'all. That's good. Dang, you guys are kicking ass. Cool. I like seeing all the stuff I saw. A modified arrow, right? An undergrip arrow I saw. Anna, I think we were all kind of exploring the back a little bit. That was fun to see. Yeah, I want to ask a question about that. What kind of, okay, we have a push and a pull, right? And it changes periodically. What kind of pushing lever are you guys using? What do you prefer there? Are you just flowing through what feels good, or?
I have a question about that because I noticed that my tail, for me, my transition is like changing direction with the tail after I go into cradle.
Gotcha.
So I was going down in cradle, and then I feel like I had to stop the momentum here and to go back this way. Wait, sorry. 1 second, let me figure this out. No, I was here, going this way. Yeah. And then that's I switched to have my right hand. So if I'm right hand cradle, I was going right hand globe. That seemed to be more, like that. So, but I was trying to get the tail going in the same direction. I just wasn't able to.
So you're talking about like moving to the, what I would call an outside.
Here we go.
Wrist roll sword. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we can pull, let's see. So is your question, how do we get to the outside or the other direction?
Well, I mean, I didn't know if there was a right or wrong, but I was conceptualizing the tail going in the same direction. Right now, it's going this direction.
Yep.
And then I would stop it and then go into the wrist roll, but I would have to change the opposite direction.
I see. Yeah, I completely understand. Okay, so yeah, and we're just so whatever your language is for that, Julio, what helps me is like I make an inside and outside, and then I start to categorize like that in my mind, right? So like right here, when we're moving traditionally, I would say traditionally, into a sword cradle, we're moving that tail. If you're studying it from what we're manipulating through from a switch curl, right, which is the bottom area, not the top, it's the bottom. We're moving that globe into the center line, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so, but that tail is moving outward. But when we unwind it, the tail is moving the same direction as the wrist roll we studied at first. But we can change that direction of the wrist roll as well. Okay, it's just a different implication as you come out of it. And it is different mechanically a little bit, right? You feel that. You know, with the push pull, it kind of, I don't know that it reverses, but it's interesting. It for certain is interesting going backwards and forth through there. And you know, I've seen you do this many times, Julio. You come up above your head, right, and like experience those tall positions, which are fun. Okay, we can do the same if we hit that. Let me hit it from the same direction. So yeah, here, boom. If we're here, we can bring that above our head. Here, can't we?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's some above the head implications and all sorts of fun stuff through there. So I'm feeling a little free flow. We need to get it out. I know I got into a little freedom in that last one. I didn't exactly stay on the trail, but I did most.
I totally didn't either. I was like, oh wait, what are we doing? I was just like, I just kind of did my own thing, and then I would realize I was still in class. Sorry, my soul left my body.
You didn't stay on the trail, Anna? I don't believe you. I love it. We're trailblazers. Trailblazers, and not the basketball team. Is that still a basketball team? I haven't watched the basketball since the 90s when I loved it.
No basketball team.
Okay, cool. I know.
Thanks, Julio, for keeping us up to date.
Yeah, right? Well, with our powers combined.
Watch the news, so
right.
Anything you say right now, it could be happening. I wouldn't know that you were telling me anything different.
Exactly.
I'm a pre-pandemic basketball fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I hear you. That's the other era, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Basketball, man.
I got out of basically everything as far as all that's concerned during. So.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm in Steel Mace now, so it's a really good thing.
That's good. It is a good time, right? Getting everything back to the center, and then working up the audacity to venture back out. That's good. All right, y'all.
What's up, guys? Just saying hello.
Hey, Rich. How you doing, brother?
Rich.
It's good to hear your voice, man.
Yeah, son, it's been a long time. No maintenance there. I'm on round 3 of COVID.
Oh, dang.
Oh, buddy.
I had some free time, so I figured
I just finished like my second or third round myself, so I feel you. I hope it's fast for you.
Yeah, thanks. It's good to see you guys. There's some cool stuff to watch.
Nice, brother. Good to hear your voice, man. Feel strong, all right?
Thank you.
Hang out and watch a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna
need some inspiration.
We're gonna free flow for a little bit.
That's my plan, man. I'm in bed watching you guys swing Ace. So.
Nice.
Cool. Well, we're with you in spirit.
I appreciate it.
With masks on. Or not. My antibodies should be high by now, but you never know.
Right.
So,
All right, y'all. Let's hit this. Let's do a little extended free flow. Let's do 5 minutes does seem like a long time as well, but let's do like 6 or 7. So let's do 7-minute free flow. You don't have to free flow the whole time. If you want to stop and journal some ideas, and I really encourage that. We often find so much in a free flow that, and not to say like sometimes journaling will break that rhythm. So there's a time and a place. So have fun with it. You don't have to move the whole time. Challenge yourself and open these ideas up. All right. If you haven't tried it, try it. Here we go, y'all. 7 minutes. As soon as this commercial's over on the radio trying to tell me some shit I don't need or want, I'm going to crush these tunes. Here we go, y'all. Got about 3 minutes left, y'all. Have fun, enjoy yourself. And time. That was really fun. That was really, really fun. Awesome. Let's share a little conversation and hang out. I'm going to sign off on the YouTube live audience. Thanks everyone for following along and just being part of this. For those of you over in Australia, love y'all. Be well, and thanks for supporting the channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all the love. Be well and have a blessed day. All right, y'all.